Hello, lovely people! Welcome to the Geek, and I am Pangaea. Welcome back to Civilization 6 and the Rise and Fall Deity Difficulty One City challenge. So let's begin this part as we have begun many other parts by just taking a moment to celebrate the fact that we are still here and in the game. We've not been brutally killed to death and we have not been beaten to any of the victory conditions yet anyway. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point if I'm brutally honest, but you know what? We'll deal with it when it happens. It hasn't happened yet. So what did we do last time out in the nation of France? Well, we got Hermitage done, so that's lovely, and we are getting a great artist in a few more turns, 5 more turns to get Kui Ying, who can then hang their 3 great works of art on the walls in Hermitage, and that will give us an awful lot of lovely, lovely, lovely tourism and culture, and it shall all be very good. So Hermitage will then be full, but that's okay. The big thing we did really, I would say, is this. I would say Oxford University was a very big thing for the nation of France. I do like the sort of building model for Oxford University. It looks very, very lovely. Because the people of France we're not very good at science. There's not many of us. There aren't many scientists within our French numbers, I'm afraid. So our science is a little bit rubbish. So this building here, building Oxford University, got all our science folks together. You know, some of them were hanging out in fields, some of them were hanging out in the Colosseum. We bunged them all together in a building, and that has increased our science output by 20%, which is very, very useful indeed. Now, what this did give us was also 2 free technologies. So the first one we got, the first free tech we got, was a little bit useless. We were let down by the people of Oxford University, thinking they were all smarty pants, but really they let us down by uncovering celestial navigation. Yay! So they discovered a technology that is linked to the sea, and we are an entirely landlocked nation. So yeah, not the most useful of things, to be perfectly honest, but there we go. We can build a lighthouse if we like now. Brilliant. What else did they discover? I wasn't really sure. In the video in the last part, I wasn't sure what they'd actually researched. But it turns out, in the comments, people pointed out that it was siege tactics. That's not too bad. 528 science. What's that? Sort of 10 turns of science. And it gives us Renaissance walls. So Renaissance walls gives us 3 tourism after advancing to the conservation civic, and also increases the defence of our city if we become under attack. Now, we are heading toward industrialisation right now in terms of science. So that's quite lovely. That's good. And we decided last time that we're going to head for the Ruhr Valley. We want to get that in first. And then that will give us a massive production boost for this city. Let's just shufty time on while I'm whiffly waffling. So that will give us 20% production straight off, plus 1 production for each mine and quarry. So we've got ourselves 1 quarry, 2, 3, that's a mine, 4, 5 mines. So 5 in total. So we'll get plus 5 production. And then also, getting industrialisation anyway gives us plus 1 production to mines. So we'll have plus 7. So we will get plus 7 production, 20% production on top of that from building the Ruhr Valley. We do have to have a factory in our industrial zone. That's fine. I'm going to save my money. We're going to buy that. We're going to buy ourselves a factory. That is what we are going to do with our monies, because then we can get the Ruhr Valley in even quicker. Oh no, India have declared war on Lisbon again. They are determined to keep hold of this little city-state all the way over there, way out of their territory. They really want that. Mongolia have launched a military assault on Spain. What? Have Mongolia gone to war with Spain? That's probably very ill-advisable, but okay, fine, whatever. What have we got? Alliances have run their course. Oh, okay. Right, let's do Genghis first. He was Science Alliance man, that's good. Yes, very good. And alliances, he was a sort of research alliance type thing. Hang on. Did I go up a level with Chandragupta? Did I go up a level with you in terms of allies? I can't remember now. I think we did. What does a research alliance do with you? Every 30 turns, you unlock a Eureka for a tech your ally has researched or boosted, but you have not. But we will not get the science from trade routes. Do you know what? No, Mongolia, come back. Do a research alliance with me, please, my good sir. Also, can I get open borders? And can I get chocolate? Oh, okay. This is brilliant. And can I get some gold? No. Okay, asking for gold is too much. What about 5 gold? What about 3 gold? Oh, he wants 3 gold is fine. What about 4 gold? No, not 4 gold. Okay. So for a research alliance from my side, they're going to give me a sort of reciprocating research alliance, as you might expect. Then open borders, which is good because that means we can send stuff his way. So we get sort of tourism-y stuff his way a little bit quicker. That's very nice. Then he's going to give us the Cocoa Luxury and 3 gold per turn. I mean, it's not exactly going to set the world alight, 3 gold per turn, but it's better than no gold per turn. It's some gold per turn. I mean, he's got 446 coming in every turn. So, he can spare the 3. So, yeah, okay. Yes, absolutely, it's the best of both of us. Right, Chandragupta. Can I do an alliance with you as well? Whatever. It doesn't make any difference, does it? Bonus envoy points for every city-state that is tributary to your ally. It's irrelevant, isn't it? You've got the level 2 thing, but it's utterly irrelevant because I can't trade with you, so I can't get any of the gold from the trade routes to you. And there's only 2 city-states. Well, there's sort of 2 consistently, and then Lisbon keeps flipping in and out. So there's sort of 3 at the minute. But yeah, Lisbon's probably going to get stamped on again by you, in fact, with your magnificent eyebrows. So yeah, let's just go for an economic alliance with you. Can I get Wales off of you? No. Okay, not Wales. What about tea? Give me tea. Oh, you're not going to give me a luxury. You're not as much of a pushover as Genghis. Can I have some gold? What about 3 gold? Oh, he likes 3 gold. He likes 3 gold, but not 4. Okay, no, I'll absolutely do another 3 gold. Yes. Thank you very much. A wise proposal is for me. Tamar, would you like to be my friend? Yes, that's very lovely. And would you like an alliance? What about a religious alliance? And open borders. And would you like to give me oranges? No, you would not like to give me oranges. What about some lovely cotton? Lovely soft cotton? No? Okay. How about some gold per turn? Do you know what? I'll try my hand at 3. Yeah, 3 is absolutely fine. What about 4? No. Wow. Okay, so they all seem to be content to give me 3 gold per turn. Which is, yeah, that's okay. If I've got 3 lots of them, that's 9 gold per turn I've just got. Which is, again, it's not exactly, I'm not going to be rolling around in cash. I'm not going to Scrooge McDuck it and throw it all into a big vault and swim around in it. But still, it's better than nothing. So, yeah, okay, absolutely. Have I got open borders with everybody now? I want open borders with everybody because that allows tourism-y stuff to go over quicker. So those 3, yes. No, I have not got open borders. Okay, let's go for open borders each way because otherwise he's not going to do it. Also, can we get 3 gold? No. Can we get 2? No. Can we get 1? Yes, we can. We can. Okay, yep, I'll go for that. Absolutely. Why the heck not? Gilgamesh, surely we've got open borders with you, big guy. Yeah. Spain, no. No open borders. Can we have open borders for open borders, please? Would you like to give me some gold? Oh, look at that. They've got niter and coal. Oh dear, they've got industrialization. They might be building the Ruhr Valley. No, you're not allowed to build the Ruhr Valley. That is illegal. 3 gold per turn. 2 gold per turn. How about Spaniard man? 1 gold per turn. There we go, fabulous trousers. Yes, absolutely. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you and your trousers, sir. And you, Tom, we've got open borders with you as it stands. Splendid. Okay, that was a good thing. So currently in the nation of France, we are building a neighbourhood. So a neighbourhood is being constructed down here. Hopefully that'll get finished. That's 5 turns. In 5 turns' time, we will have industrialisation ready. So we'll buy ourselves a factory. So when this is done, when the neighbourhood is completed, plough on with Ruhr Valley straight away. Do not do anything else. I mean, I want to get some more spies in. I want to get another spy because the spies are really useful. Charlotte the Spy going around nicking all the tech and all the money is very useful indeed. She's been particularly brilliant. She's been kind of the hero of France, or the heroine of France. So yeah, I want another spy. But again, you can't buy spies either. Do I want a military alliance with you? I don't think I do. The idea of a military alliance implies to me defensive pacts and things, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Perhaps in the future we shall find an agreeable deal. Yeah, maybe if it's not a military type thing, because why would anyone want to go into a military alliance with me? Rubbish. I've got some guys with swords. That's it. Some guys with swords and some guys with crossbows. You guys must all have. Do you know what though? I was going to say you guys must all have relatively advanced tech by now, but do you know what? Sumerians have still got some knights. They've got some knights pootling around the place. Right. So our trader has finished travelling to Karakorum, which is all the way down here somewhere, just there. And now where can we send them? Let's order it by science, which gives us the most science. So Karakorum gives us 1 food, 2 production, 10 gold, and 3 science. Okay, that's not bad. This here, Keshker. Keshker's the one over the border. There it is. Yes, it's the one fairly nearby. That gives us +2 production, +6 gold. So we'd lose 4 gold per turn. That's okay. Again, we get 3 science. We also get a culture point out of it. And a faith point. That's no bad thing. And, yeah, we'll lose out on 1 bit of food. However, I have a plan in place for that. Let's send it to Keshker. Let's get the extra point of culture in and a point of faith. Just to see if we can build those up. So we might be able to like, buy a great person with that faith at some point. And, yes, there you are. Right, so, Spyface. Charlotte has arrived in Hyderabad with the sole goal of stealing your technology. However, we are going to gain some sources first. I want to up that from 84 to 90%. I still don't like the 90% chance. It concerns me a little bit. Now, what we are doing is there's a builder working their way down to this tile because farms have adjacency bonuses and we are going to do some experimenting with things. So this one here, Mr. Builder is going to go to just here. He's going to build a farm on this tile. Our city can't use that tile, but it will make these farms adjacent. So this is a farm. It's a rice farm. This is a regular farm. Each of these 2 farms will be adjacent to 2 other farms. Now, I had to check this out because I got advised about this in the comments. I couldn't quite recall what it was. So the rules about farm adjacency bonuses. Look, I've looked it up in the Civilopedia and everything. We're looking at this one because we have not discovered replaceable parts. We get +1 food from every 2 adjacent farm tiles. So this farm will be adjacent to 2, so we'll get +1 food out of that. And this farm will be adjacent to 2, so we'll get +1 food out of that. So those farms will give us +2 food, which is very, very lovely. Not each, as in total. We'll get an extra +2 food, which is very nice. So we might as well do that. And then there has been a question about chateaux and whether they produce tourism if the tile is not being worked by the city. And we don't know. We're not sure what happens with that. So a chateau just there. When we discover flight eventually, which might be some way off. So yeah, this experiment might not happen in this part. It might be, you know, in future parts if we make it that far. A chateau, when you discover flight, starts generating tourism, presumably because people want to fly over and see it. I don't know why they don't want to come and see the chateau when we can't fly, but anyway, whatever, them's the rules. So what we don't know is, if you build a chateau outside of the city's radius, outside of the workable tiles of the city, does it still generate tourism, or does it have to be a worked tile for it to generate tourism? We are not sure. There is a bit of unclarity there in the comments and stuff. So we're going to do a little experiment at some point. We might sort of build a chateau up there. And if it does, if they somehow do, I'm kind of erring on the side they probably don't. I'm guessing that they wouldn't do because everything is kind of tied to your city and stuff. But then in some cases, if there was a luxury just here, say, and I built something on it to get that luxury, I would get that luxury in the Empire. My city isn't working that tile, but I would still get that luxury. So it's not always tied into your city's sort of workable tile radius. So if it proves that we do get tourism from chateaus, where, you know, even when they're outside of the city's range, we could build one here. I don't know if you could build them on hills, but if we can't, we could still build one here, one here, one here, one here, and then that'll be a farm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 extra ones. And if it goes on hills, 6, 7, 8. We could build 8 chateaus, all gaining us loads and loads of tourism, which would be fantastic. I mean, I don't know if it'll work or not. I don't know. I'd love it if it did. I would love it if it did. That would be fantastic. Also, only 4 more era score required to get us into a normal age rather than being in a dark age. And I think we will get that. We'll probably get it from when we complete this neighbourhood. Because I guess it'll go, yay, France has completed their first neighbourhood. Have some era score points. Would I like to swap the Madhyahama Vayawayawaga, some writing, for St. Mark? My one produces 4 culture and 4 tourism. Yours provides 3 culture and 2 tourism. No, absolutely not. Bye-bye. Oh, and it's all kicked off. Mongolia have declared war on Spain. War is raging literally over my borders as well. Look at that. Just over this mountain range, war is happening. So the cities of... Now, who attacked who? I think the Mongols attacked Spain, didn't they? So Mongolia has attacked Spain. So these cities are probably slightly under threat. So Las Palmas, Choir, do you pronounce that? I suppose it is. It looks like the word choir. I don't know if you have to put a Spanish sort of lilt on it or not. I don't know. Bilbao, Barcelona. Oh, all these cities down here are all at risk from war. On a slightly more peaceful side, our guy here is going to build a lovely farm. He's just going to build a farm, which will not do anything to our city per se directly, but yes, it will give us +2 food by virtue of the adjacency bonuses for these 2 farms. So that's quite nice. And yeah, we do need that finished. The neighbourhood needs to be done because we've only got, what is it, 56 turns until we grow, and we've got -2 housing. So that will give us 5. Was it 5? Is it a charming tile? Yes, it's a charming tile rather than breathtaking. So that will give us +5. So we'll have a surplus of 3 housing, which means we should grow a little bit quicker for a short while anyway, until we get the nagging message saying, oh, Solo needs more housing again. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the little boost while we can get it. Oh, Bilbao is facing a siege, but more excitingly, we have completed industrialization. Hooray! So, right, first things first. Go into here, buy the factory, 1,560 gold. It's a big old hit to our gold, but I'd rather get that done and then start working on the Ruhr Valley. So let's do that. Let's get that in, bosh, and we have a factory. So production is already boosted. It's already better anyway. Yes, we need more housing. We discovered coal. Get off. Where's coal? Under there. We've got a mine on it already. Oh, it's beautiful. Coal has emerged directly. Surely they would have found the coal. Surely they would have stumbled across the coal. If they're digging a mine, they might have not known what it was. Oh, we've got this weird sort of black sort of... Oh, how do you describe it? I don't know. This black coal-like stuff. This black weird rock that seems to burn quite well. Oh, well, never mind. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, you would have thought they might have stumbled across it before then. But there we go. And Candy has declared war on Genghis. We've got a great person. It's the great artist. Yes, recruit you. Run over to Hermitage. Slap your great work down. Spring morning in the Han Palace. If you say so, then yes. I guess it is a spring morning, and I guess that is the Han Palace. It's a very descriptive title. I like it. 1 era score for that. We only need 3. We need 3. Now, if this thing here, if the neighbourhood being constructed gives us era points, if it gives us 2, I think the Taj Mahal boosts it if it's 2 or more, doesn't it? So that should push us up. So hopefully that will give us some era score. That'd be lovely. Now, what do we want to go for next? What is our next scientific project? What do we want to do? Now, we could go straight for flight. Receive tourism on all improvements that provide culture. Amount of tourism generated is equivalent to the improvement's culture output. That would help us see if we do get tourism from chateaus. But then I'm tempted by sanitation down here because that gives us a sewer for +2 housing. But flight is boosted. Flight is indeed boosted. Hang on, where's computers? Where's computers? All the way across there. 5 sciences down the line. The first one we would need to do is flight. Because I think computers are going to be a very important thing for us. Oh, look at that broadcast centre as well. That's +4 culture. That has got a great work of music slot in. That might be worth going for as well. Can we go down the route toward radio? That'd be really, really useful. That could be great. Oh, but steel. Steel has got the Eiffel Tower and all the tiles in the civilization gain +2 appeal, which we could then use to build a national park. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, too many choices. Too many choices. Military science, I'm not too bothered about. We can't build a military academy because we don't have an encampment district. It would let us build our special unit, which would be quite nice. But I think it's more important that we try and get as much quick tourism as we can. Let's just go for flight. Let's just put flight straight down. I mean, yeah, we could build an aerodrome. What else goes in an aerodrome? We've got a hangar, which gives you +2 production for all our planes, which seems a little bit weird, given that, you know, given that we don't know how to do any form of military engineering. We could build a plane, but okay, that's fine. So, yeah, we could get flight in. So what else does it give us? What else does flight allow us to build? So we could do that. That's an airport for +3 production eventually when we get down there. But yeah, more importantly, it leads on to computers. And computers is very, very good. All tourism yields are doubled. I think we need to make an absolute beeline for that. Let's get flight in first. Flight will do. You've done your thing. We're going to get mass media very soon as well. Hopefully, well, no, not hopefully. Next time we'll get the neighbourhood done. And then hopefully no evil civ will suddenly go, hey, finish the Ruhr Valley. Nah, 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 nah. So I will get that started. We'll use Mr. Eiffel to then build a bit of it. Hopefully, you know, knock a few turns off of it. And then we'll just start cracking on with that. And we'll just plough on with the Ruhr Valley and get that completed. Hopefully. The citizens of Solo are the first in the world. In the world? Oh. Okay, to discover that the only thing better than living in Solo is living in a slightly cleaner place outside of it. The world's first neighbourhood. Really? Okay. The civs do very weird things in Deity Difficulty mode. I would have thought they would have been cranking out neighbourhoods left, right and centre. I thought they would have had that sort of civic unlocked absolutely ages ago. But maybe they've got so much land and so much sort of territory that they don't need to build neighbourhoods because it's not a thing they need to do. They've got lots and lots of room to build farms and everything else to give them the housing they need. So maybe neighbourhoods, the civ sees it as just using up a tile that they could have something else on. I don't know. But okay, fine, I'll take that. And it's pushed us into a normal age, which is very exciting. Now, 126 out of 137. We only need 11 more era score, and we will be in a golden age. Now, if we get the Ruhr Valley done, that gives us 5. That means we need another 6. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening. Do you know what? Never mind. Right, Mr. Man, you do your work. Fisherman in reclusion among the lotus stream. You have the best names for your things. You have the best names. Oh, that's tremendous. So yeah, it's telling us exactly what it is. I can't see the fisherman. Just there, possibly. But yeah, there you go. That is some fishermen in reclusion among the lotus stream. Right you are. Thank you very much. Some lovely tourism. Some lovely culture. It's all very nice. Now we get to choose what we want to build. I don't think there's any question. Ruhr Valley. Just there. Yes, I'm sure. Right. So we need 0 out of 1,240. So we need 1,240 production points. Mr. Man here, Mr. Eiffel, let's wake you up. And you are going to grant us 480 production toward wonder construction, which is jolly, jolly exciting. Now, last time when we used him in Oxford University, he gave us a bit more than that. Let's see if he does it again. So we're on 0. He should give us 480. So we're on 17 turns. Smash that down to 8 turns. Okay, that's more than half. Hang on. So then it's supposed to be 480. He's given us 655. He's just given us some extra oomph, some free stuff, some free building. Okay, maybe it's because he was French. Maybe it's because he was on his home turf and he was really happy about being home in France or something. I don't know. I am mystified. Also, there's a little padlock on that. I don't want that to be padlocked. I want people to be able to go in there all they like and top the science up. Have I messed that up somehow? Hang on. Right, let me play with this. Let me see if I can remove that padlock. Do you know, I'm not sure how that works. I really don't know how that works. We've got one citizen in there with a padlock on it. Now, I assume that means it's locked. I assume that means that I've locked it to only say, right, only ever have one person in the campus. Because the other ones don't have one on. So, you know, your commercial district has none out of 2, but it hasn't got a little padlock on it. Same to the theatre square. Same. Oh, no, this is full. Oh, the industrial zone is full of people. Oh, that's very, very good. That means we're going to get even more production. So at the minute, what's that? 56.7 production per term. We'll have to try and remember that. So 56.7. I'm quite happy with the way that is. It's fine. Other citizens can grow. We should be growing fairly quickly anyway now. So 13 turns until growth. We've got a bit of surplus food. It's only, yeah, we've got +3 housing. So yeah, when we get that, we'll probably expand to... So there's not many tiles left for us to go to. There's that tile there, and that's it. So the next time we grow, we'll use that blank tile there. So we want to put something on that, really. Be ideal if we could get something on that. Can we buy ourselves another builder? 420 gold. That's quite a lot of gold. But yeah, so we'll probably work that tile for a tiny bit of food. And then we're going to start putting people into those, I think. We're going to start sort of filling up our sort of citizen slots or whatever they're called. Because we're not going to have any room left for anyone to go and work because everything's full of wonders or districts. So that's quite nice, actually. So yeah, when we start growing, we're going to then start getting extra science from that, extra money, extra culture. Yeah, okay, right. I'm happy with that. Right, let's try and get the Ruhr Valley completed. Let's see if we can actually complete this very important one that we'd earmarked from the very start, really, as one of our key ones that we wanted. And, you know, I'd done a little bit of work on this before I started, and this came up, you know, someone saying, if you're doing a one city challenge, you really want to get this on board because this increases your production absolutely loads, and it's going to be very, very important. So, yeah, I hope we can get this in. I really hope we can get it in. Mass media is coming along quite nicely. Broadway would be so useful as well. Plus 20% culture, but also a great work of writing slot and 2 great works of music slots. It'd be so useful. What's that? Samaria no longer has enough loyalty to keep the city of Kish. Oh, they're not going to like that. That's just there, isn't it? They're not going to like that. Mongolia sent an envoy to Lisbon. I think Lisbon have just been obliterated, so good luck with that. Yeah, look, Lisbon have fallen once again to the Indian aggressors, who surely are not going to be able to keep that city. Belongs to India. Rebellion in 2 turns. Give it up. For goodness sake, give it up. Right, okay. Mr. Ki Young, whatever you're called, do your final thing. Red Cliff, if you say so. I've seen redder things, but okie doke, splendid. And now you, yes, steal some tech. Steal some tech, please. Thank you very much. Well done, Charlotte. Your people celebrate a historic moment. Following where few have gone before, France circumnavigates the world. Plus 4 era score. Have we circumnavigated the world? What, our little poxy scouts that I set to like auto-explore absolutely ages ago have actually circumnavigated the world? You're over here. You are. There's a Spanish warrior monk up there. Is that still... Oh, there must be a little island. There must be a little island up there, look, that the Spanish have decided to just have a wander about on. We haven't quite circumnavigated the world. We've not filled it up, look. We've not got that bit sort of joined together. I don't really know if that counts as circumnavigating the world. And these guys here are just sort of having a little pootle about in the sea as well. Mongolia has a spy. And, whoa, all sorts of stuff going on. Following where you've gone before, France circumnavigates the world. Okay. Mass media is complete. Bilbao is facing a siege. Your civilization has revealed a tile in every vertical line of the map. This forms a path around the world, even if the path does not end where it began. Ah! So because we have discovered a tile in every single vertical sort of column, that counts as us circumnavigating the globe, because I guess we could have gone round it. That's very exciting. Oh my goodness. Our expression of mass media will define humanity's future in the modern era. You've completed the world's first civic. Again, this confuses me. The world's first civic from a new era of discovery. The world... none of the other civs have got to that yet. None of the other civs are in the modern era with culture. Surely they must be. I don't really understand what's going on. Hang on, I'm worried. No, look, I've not set it to like idiot difficulty, have I? No, deity difficulty is very clearly just there. Okay, maybe they're just filling everything up, whereas I've sort of surged through to try and get to a particular civic. Maybe they're doing different things, but okay, fine. Well, we're only 4 points away from a golden age now, which is nice. Benoit the Spy, counter spy in the theatre square to stop people nicking our stuff. That would be lovely. And now we need to pick a civic. So what civic do we go for? Let's pootle all the way over here. Look, are these accurate? Now, yeah, somebody in the comments, I was looking at these at one point earlier on in this challenge, and somebody said these little sort of pin things at the bottom are not the most accurate representations of where people are. But in terms of culture, I am quite some way ahead of everyone else, if these are to be believed. They're in the industrial era. Oh, okay, because I've researched one in the modern era, maybe that's lumped me forward over here. So it looks a little bit of a fake, sort of a fake reading almost. So we don't want scorched earth. We don't want any of the nonsense that's back there. So really, it's conservation, which means we get tourism from walls. When we haven't built those fancy walls yet. So we could do with getting that at some point. It gives us 3 envoys, which is a bit of a neither here nor there thing, because there's no city-states really left. There's only 2. There's Candy and whatever that one is. What is the other one? Yerevan? Is it Yerevan? It might be Yerevan. So Candy and Yerevan, because Lisbon has been stamped on again. So we could either get ourselves mobilization, which allows you to form 3 identical units into an army. Ah, right, okay. And we could do that. We could boost this, have 3 core in your military. We could do that. Or we could go for capitalism, which gives us the shopping mall plus 4 tourism. Ooh, and plus 1 amenity from entertainment. That's not bad, but it is 17 turns. Wow, that's quite a long time to get that. Or do we go down the route of getting a new government? So say get democracy or communism. Which one did we want to go for? Which one did we want to go for? I'm kind of thinking communism might be our friend there. plus 15% production, and plus 0.6 production per citizen in cities with a governor. So we get plus 0.6 production. Hang on. 0.6 production. What does that give us? Plus 1 production and plus 1 housing per district. And 25% discount on purchases with gold. Okay, so that gives plus 1 production, plus 1 housing per district. How many districts do we have? I think we can go up there, can't we? So 1, 2. Does the government plaza count as a district? It says district under it, so I guess so. 3, 4, 5, 6. Does a neighbourhood count as a district? Yeah, it says district under it. So 7 districts. So we get 7 housing, which is very, very useful. 7 housing and 7 production. However, communism gives us, so what's the city size? 22. So if I get my phone, it allows me to log in because it's being a little bit stubborn with the fingerprint ready thing. If I go 22 multiplied by 0.6, that would give us 13.2 extra production, as well as an extra 15% on top of that. So what is, I don't know how you work out how much percent of something is. Plus 15%, make that work. Make that work, calculator. Plus 15% equals, so if we did that, we'd get an immediate 15 production boost if we took communism, but we wouldn't get the housing. Although, to be fair, we're not really getting anywhere to expand to anyway, really. We're kind of getting to a limit, really, of our tiles that we can expand to anyway. So maybe we go down communism. Maybe we go down the route of being a communist. That could be very interesting. Communist France. 3 military slots. That's the only bad thing. We don't have much use for military slots. 3 economic slots. That's fine. That's the same as democracy. 1 of those. Oh, now I do quite want one. I want 2 of those because one of them is really good for spies, isn't it? We've got some good sort of espionage ones coming up. And then only 1. Oh dear, no, that's not good though. Only 1 wildcard slot. Now we would get another one because we've got the Forbidden Palace, but that's only 2 wildcard slots. That's not very good at all. We've got 3 now as it stands in our current government, and that's one of the sort of lower governments. So yeah, that's intriguing, but it does give you, I think, the better boost. Whereas that gives us plus 1 housing and plus 1 production. But, okay, it's going to be a while until we get there anyway. I think we need to get, I bet if we click on either of those, if we go class struggle, we need to get mobilisation anyway. So let's get mobilisation done. Or do we want to get capitalism for that? That's another plus 4 tourism that we're working toward, but we can't boost that. We can boost mobilisation. Yeah, I'm doing it. Mobilisation. We're going to head toward a new government, I think. Governor title, it's sort of irrelevant. Victor, in case we get attacked, give him one of these. Security expert, spies, city gains additional range, strike. That probably sounds quite good. Yeah, do that. Hang on. No, come out of that. Go back. We can't give anything to Pangaea, can we? Pangaea is not doing anything that we, he's doing all the stuff that we need him to do. He's not doing anything else that we're missing out on. So no, that's to do with space race and nukes. She's to do with trade routes. We haven't really got much in the way of trade routes. You are kind of to do with industrial stuff, but I'd rather have the boosts here to science and culture. That's more important, I would say. You're a diplomat. You're to do with religion. You're to do with other stuff. I don't know what you're to do with, but we don't want you anyway. So yeah, all right, yeah, let's give you that thing. Yeah, great. An additional range strike per turn if we get attacked. I'm sure that'll really help. Oh yes, before we move time on, let's boost this. Let's get mobilisation boosted. So yeah, we'll merge you with you. Ta-da! Our staff officers report that the world's first. Again, I'm very confused. The world's first corps is ready for action. The world's very first corps is formed under my command. Well, go us. Okay, we'll form you as a corps as well. So we need 3. So we'll have you going to just there. Da-da! And then we need another one. A swordsman one or another one? Let's bring you... Oh, you can't move now, can you? That's a bit annoying. Can we bring you to there? And then you become a corps with those guys. Da-da! There we go. Your military is better organised. Now time to take your force to the world stage. I don't think that is a very clever idea, to be honest. But okay. Mobilisation advances. We get a boost to it. Lovely. Thank you very much. Policy change. War weariness. No, don't care. Right. Move time on. That's a good thing, surely. The fact that we've got now military cores is a good thing. That brought that down from 15 to 11th. That saved us 4 turns. That is very, very good. Mobilisation is the next thing we will uncover. And then it's flight. And then we get to see if our chateaus actually make a difference or not. So Georgia have declared war on India. And Samaria have declared war on Georgia. Was that? Did I just read that right? I know India have received a declaration of war from Georgia. So Georgia declared war on India, but then Samaria just declared war on somebody, didn't they? Didn't Samaria just declare war on someone? Who are you at war with, Samaria? I swear I just saw a message saying you were declaring war. I was blowing my nose at the time. You were at war with the Georgians. So the Georgians are at war with India. Now the Sumerians have decided to declare war on Georgia. Okay, that's very complicated. So Gilgamesh has declared war on Tamar. Okay. And Tamar has declared war on Chandragupta. I wonder if that's due to alliances and pacts and things. Yerevan has declared war on Tamar. Well done, Yerevan. Still in the game. India cannot keep... India cannot keep Lisbon in the city. Okay. So Lisbon was once again broken away from Indian rule. And I am no longer Phil's friend. And my alliance with Gilgamesh has expired. Right. Okay. Absolutely get him on board. Yes, hello Gilgamesh, hello big man. Yeah, let's have our cultural alliance back. That'd be lovely. So we've got a tier 2 alliance. So we're going to get culture from trade routes, and each of your districts grant an additional great person point per turn if you have a trade route from that city to your allies. So that's quite nice. So we'll have a cultural alliance, please. Also, how about some open borders? Also, how about some turtles? Oh, you are just a lovely man. How about some gold as well? Do you know what? 3 gold seems to be the thing that you guys like. No, you scoundrel. 2 gold. Okay, that's fine. I'll accept that. So give us a luxury, give us your open borders, give us the reciprocating alliance, and give us some gold as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. And also Spain. So let's go and be friends. Lovely, lovely. And that will do just nice. Right, okay. Everything's back to normal. Splendid. Move time on. Okay, India are so desperate to get the city of Lisbon back under their control so they can lose it again to loyalty in a few turns. They've now decided to launch an assault on it and actually attack. India, just give it up. Give it up. They are not going to be your friends. You are going to keep losing them repeatedly over and over again. Let's just stick those guys on alert. Okay, so current sort of overview. 4 turns until Ruhr Valley. 4 turns. I've not seen any little notifications pop up saying that somebody else is building it. Because I imagine if one of the civs were to choose to build any of the wonders, it would take them, what, like a quarter of the time that it takes us. So I've not seen anything. So 4 turns is looking pretty good for us. Oh, come on. That would be wonderful. If we could get that, that is production heaven for the nation of France. Oh, and Georgia attacking as well. Georgia want the former city of Lisbon as well. They are not happy that India are going for it. So now Georgia are also joining in the fight. Hooray! We've stolen sanitation. Now that might change what our sort of research priorities are after flight. Because sanitation, that is very good because we can get the sewer. That is 2 sort of nice, not free, but, you know, 2 extra housing points there that we could really do with. So, okay. You've got no more tech to steal. India, I've stolen all the tech from, which is a surprise, but okay. Let's pick a new place. Where can we go to that has one of these, that has a campus? So I could go to you guys, and you've got nothing. Spain. Spain does have stuff to steal. I could steal stuff from the Spanish. They have combined arms. I don't want to steal anything from the Sumerians. I think that's a bit silly. The Australians don't have tech. The Georgians do have tech, military science. Yep, so the Georgians have got tech. The Indians haven't got any. Mongolia have got economics. Oh, now I wouldn't mind that as well because that would give us stock exchanges at that point. I think it might be a stock exchange from that, which gives us some more gold per turn, which is very good. Do you know what? Let's go there. Let's go there. Where's a nice place to go? Let's go here. Let's go... Hang on, did they have a great work to steal? No great work to steal. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, let's go here. I think we go over the border. We could have a chat with our trader that we've sent down there. We sent a trader down there a little while ago. Maybe they could meet up and have a drink. So Charlotte and Dave the trader could have a little drink in Keshkar and talk about trading and then espionage and, you know, diplomatic theft. That's fine. Go to there. We'll do gain sources and we'll try and steal your tech boosts as well. You haven't got much gold to steal particularly, but do you know what? That's fine. In fact, can we put them in a place where there is lots of gold? 208, 344 gold, 96 gold, 180, 80, that's a bit rubbish. 276, 240. Okay, the one we picked wasn't actually that bad, but Ulaanbaatar, oh no, it's not. That one. Aksu seems the best. Sorry, Dave and Charlotte, your date's off. Charlotte's being relocated. She's going to Aksu instead, because once she's done the stealing a tech boost, we might as well steal some gold as well whilst we're there. It's only 4 turns, and we will have the gain sources thing in play anyway. So yeah, go over there. Have a little run off to Aksu, work your way into the community there, and then steal their tech, and then steal all their gold. Okay, Samaria have launched a military assault on 3 cities. Lisbon, oh, this is very confusing. Lisbon is back to being Lisbon. So Lisbon has become independent yet again. So Australia, what is going on? What is going on with the city of Lisbon? So Lisbon has been liberated by Australia. So India came in trying to get it. Georgia came in trying to attack it. Australia have liberated it back to Lisbon. And now the Sumerians, they must be attacking this city. So the Sumerians are now attacking Kish, their former city, because they're not happy that it's gone away from them. And I think it's going over to... Is it going over to... Yeah, it's going to go to these guys. It's going to go to the Scythians, which is no great surprise because it's next to them as well. Oh my goodness me, the world has gone mad. The world has gone crazy. Right, one thing I am thinking is, if we are getting the Ruhr Valley in 2 turns, and we want to put Broadway down here, that's going to be our next big thing that we want to get done. I'm going to have to, if I just plonk Broadway on there, it's going to go, right, you're going to remove the camp, you're going to remove some deer, and you're going to remove some woods. Now, it would make sense to me to kind of try and dismantle this and get everything out of it. Because rather than stamp on it, we might as well take the deer out and provide food. Might as well chop the woods down and supply the wood to something, some building project we're doing. So maybe walls or something. So I think what we're going to do is get ourselves a builder. Cost 420 gold. That is fine. Get that builder next time down there. So come down onto this tile, please, builder, next time. And then, yeah, we'll do some sort of slight stuff before we get Broadway underway, just so we don't waste the lovely goodness of this tile by simply raising it to the ground, killing all the deer, burning the camp down and getting rid of the trees, and then slapping a great big kind of gaudy, gaudy sort of city centre type thing in the middle of it. Yeah, we might as well make use of what's on that tile. Okay, 1 turn left until the Ruhr Valley is complete. 56.7 production we get now. 56.7. If we get it, do you know what? I feel confident about this. I feel confident that no other civ is going to nip in at the very end and steal our lovely, lovely Ruhr Valley. So 56.7 is going to go up to what? What's going on? Philip has made peace with Genghis. Okay, lovely. And Candy has made peace with Genghis as well. That's very good. Did Candy declare war on Genghis? I don't think it's wise for any of the city-states to declare war on any of the other civs at this point in the game. That's very lovely, but no. Cheerio. Thank you very much for your offer. Come on. I want to see whether we get this, which I'm fairly certain we're going to, and then what it boosts our production up to. So 56.7 we were on. What is it going to go up to if we manage to get Ruhr Valley? Come on, Civ. Now this is, yeah, we are at that stage of the game where turns take absolutely ages. Turns take so long. Yes, the Ruhr Valley is ours. So that is, it's no culture. It doesn't generate any culture, but it will generate tourism because it is a world wonder. And because we're France, it generates double tourism. The industrial heart of Germany practically stopped beating. Hardly anyone worked, hardly anything ran. The population of the Ruhr area had to be supported by the rest of the country. And to me, that sounds like a bad thing. I don't know whether Ruhr Valley is a wonder of the world. If it's being propped up by the rest of the country, surely that is not that wondrous. But okay, it's completed. We get the whooshy sort of daylight shadowy thing going on. 56.7 up to 75. That is fantastic. Okay, let's get ourselves... What does the city currently look like? 12 out of 10 amenities. That's only because we've nabbed some from trade deals, but we can try and do that again at some point. So we don't need the zoo in quite now. I think let's get these walls in. Let's get those walls in. Because that is 3 tourism after we get conservation. No, but we're not going for conservation for a little while. And we could get that zoo in and done. We could get the zoo in and sorted. It gives us +1 amenity. And so when those trade deals end, our people are still going to be happy. So if we get the zoo in, like so. So go to a zoo. Yay. These builder guys are working their way down here slowly but surely. Friendship with Tom has ended. The Ruhr Valley is complete, and we have got 141 out of 137. Does that mean we're going into a golden age again? Another golden age for the nation of France. All we've done, pretty much, apart from maybe the first 2 ages were standard ages, but now we've gone into another golden age yet again. I mean, it's no bad thing. I'm happy with it. It's very, very good. I'm just amazed that it sort of happened again. Georgia has conquered the original Yerevancy capital of Yerevan. Oh, so now a completely different city-state has been wiped off the map. Yerevan, who looks so sort of happy and content, sitting there going, haha, Lisbon's gone again. They've now been stamped on by the Georgians. So now we have one less city-state because Georgia have decided to take them away. Okay, fine. Right, these guys, remove the improvement from this tile. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of turns to do this. Right, so remove that improvement. That's fine. We've taken the camp away from the deer. That's your turn done, but it does not count as one of your sort of charges. You're just sort of undoing what's already been done. So next time out, I think you remove the deer, which will send some food back, which will probably tip us over into 23 population, which is okay. And then we'll do the woods, which will probably finish off the zoo. So that's okay, actually. That's worked out quite nicely. And then we'll put Broadway down, and we'll have a zoo in for +1 amenities, which is very, very good. I'm quite happy with that. The free city of Kish succumbs to foreign pressure and asks to join Scythia, however you pronounce it. So, oh, the Sumerians are not going to like that. The Sumerians are not going to like that at all. Okay, right, let's remove... Oh, no, hang on. Let's do this first. Harvest resource gives us 160 production, removes deer. Why does removing deer from there give us production? I don't really understand. So I'm building a zoo. Oh, this is a bit weird. I'm building a zoo. I'm harvesting a load of deer. Are we just chucking the deer into the zoo? Maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe that is what we're doing. And that's quite nice. So we're not just sort of culling them, and we're not going to just turn them into, you know, delicious food. We're going to send the deer into the zoo, and it can be a special deer zoo or something. So yeah, let's do that. That's knocked that down to 2 turns, which is very, very welcome. So that's good. And then we can knock the trees down next time out. Then there'll be one... Oh no, then it'll be finished. So then we'll be able to then choose the Broadway, choose Broadway World Wonder, put that down, and it will have a teeny tiny boost anyway, because we can't... Oh, there, that works out really well. Okay, you have arrived in Aksu, Charlotte, wherever Aksu is. There it is. Lovely coastal city, very beautiful. Let's get sauces. Go and acquire some delicious sauces to have with your breakfast, and we shall shufty time on a little bit, and yeah, get this thing done. So get these trees chopped, get Broadway down, get all that going. So Gilgamesh has finished building the Great Zimbabwe, which is a very good wonder. It's very hard to put down. It's very situationally tricky to sort of work out, and particularly with one city. So in this challenge, it would be almost impossible for us to get. We'd have to have exactly the right combination of everything to get that done. Even when you've got, you know, many cities, when you're playing a normal game, it's quite hard to do because you have to build it between... It has to be adjacent to a commercial hub and cattle, which, you know, doesn't always happen. It's, you know, a relatively tricky thing to find if you're looking for a commercial hub and cattle. And you might want to build your commercial hub in a very good place, but that might not be next to the cattle, so you can't build the Great Zimbabwe. So, you know, there might be compromises involved, but whatever. He has got that done. Right, builder just here. If we obliterate this now, we go Bosch, that finishes our zoo, so we get +1 amenity. So now we've got 13. They're ecstatic. Now, when that comes back down, when those trade deals finish, it will come down to 11, which means they will be happy, which is very, very good. And now we can build Broadway. 20 turns, and it is on a nice flat bit of land, which we're not wasting any trees, we're not wasting any resources. It's all okay. So essentially, we didn't get a free zoo. It wasn't free, but we've used some of the resources from Broadway to create us a zoo in a couple of turns. So building Broadway has only been slowed down by, what, sort of 2 or 3 turns possibly? So that's probably not so bad, hopefully. Okay, what I'd like to do is, I'd like to just push time on until we get flight. I'm not going to be doing anything else. I'm not going to be building stuff or getting anything else done. The only thing I am going to do, actually, let's move you up to that tile there. Because when we do get flight, we will put a chateau on there. We'll get you to put a chateau on there anyway. And we'll just see if that does work. So that is the next big experiment that we're going to do. Put you up there, build chateau, see if flight generates any form of tourism, even though it's outside of our borders. Okay, mobilization is complete and some peace has happened. So Tamar has made peace with Gilgamesh. Tamar has made peace with Chandragupta. It's good days for Tamar right there. We've got a governor promotion thing. Whatever. Let's promote Victor again. Let's give him the Air Defence Initiative. Plus 25 combat strength anti-air support units within the city territory when defending against aircraft and ICBMs. Will we even get that far? I don't know. There might be an era score point or two in it if we complete that. If we, get a fully sort of promoted governor, there might be possibly an era score or two in that. So yeah, we'll do that next time anyway. Policy in our government has grown obsolete. Okay, right. Well, we'll have to consider that then. Now, what do we want to go for next? This is where it starts getting a bit tricky. Do we go for ideology? We can construct an extra spy. I do like this. Police state. Enemy spies level reduced by 2. In our lands, all cities suffer -2 loyalty per turn. Don't really care, that'll be fine. So we could go for ideology. It's 6 turns, so it's not very many turns at all. That'll be sort of, I keep saying out the way. I got told off in the comments for saying, yes, I've got that out of the way. But yeah, that would be then done for us to then start thinking about what government we want to go for. But conservation would be quite good. We're going to get walls at some point. So that'll start working some tourism from the walls, which is all good. Every little bit of tourism is going to be really, really helpful. We can build our naturalist to then build the national park if we can. But I don't know if we can build the national park or not. 3 envoys are neither here nor there. Or do we go down capitalism to get this shopping mall to give us +4 tourism? But it is 15 turns. It's 15 turns. But then we can swap out a policy and get +4 great merchant points per turn. I'm tempted by this. I kind of want to build the shopping mall. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that. Then ideology, then get a new government. That is the current plan. Now the policy that has expired, that is redundant, was the one which gave us cheaper maintenance. It was reduced by 1 gold per turn. Now, that's been replaced with levée en masse, which is very French, that's very appropriate for us, which is unit maintenance cost reduced by 2 gold per turn, per unit, which is even better for us. I think everything else is pretty much as we want it. We've not got +4 engineer points per turn, have we? No, that's not a thing that we can do right now. So, yeah, that's good. So that'll save us some gold in the long run. So at the minute, 17.7. Yes, I agree. 34.7. Oh my goodness me. That has saved us a big pile of money just from changing a sort of obscure, out-of-date policy to the fancy new one. That has saved us a big load of money. That is going to help a great deal in the long run. That is very good indeed. Okay, and these builders have arrived up here. They are up here. They're on a tile where we can build a chateau. We're going to put a chateau down. That is their go now done. They're going to fade away into existence. They can retire. So the chateau is finished. Now it says the tile itself produces 1 production, 1 food, 1 gold and 4 culture. We are not using that tile. It is out of our city borders. So it's not doing anything, look. That one is being worked. That is a chateau that we are using. These ones do not. They're not doing anything. So that is a sort of redundant tile, really. And if we look on here, right now... No, that's science. It's not generating any culture. It's not doing anything. In fact, that's not doing anything either. Come on. Lifetime accumulation, 252 tourism, yet there is nothing above it. Nobody has visited Hermitage at all. Come on, it's lovely. It's a really nice place to go and visit. It's got artwork in it. Come on. 56 out of 243. Oh, it's just ridiculous. They'll be in space before I've won that. But never mind. Do you know what? We'll carry on as we were. So yeah, let's see then. 4 turns. We'll just move time on. 4 turns. I don't think anything else is particularly going to happen. So 4 turns until we can see whether they make a difference or not. Right, Charlotte the Super Spy has gathered her sources. She's got ketchup. She's got barbecue. Oh, it's a terrible joke. And yeah, now use those delicious sauces to go and steal us a tech boost. So steal 1 boost, including economics. I assume that means that's what we're going to get. But whatever. I'll be happy with any kind of tech boost. So yeah, we'll have that, please. Thank you very much. The industrial era is ending in 10 turns. We've completed flight, Mongolia research, steam power. My goodness, it's all kicking off. So the discovery of flight in France sets the world stage for future discoveries in the modern era. And again, I've completed the world's first technology from a new era of discovery. So I've discovered the world's first technology in the modern era. Right you are. Deity difficulty mode is weird. It's very weird, but I've got +3 era score for it, so that's nice. So first things first, let's pick what we want to do now. Sanitation is now boosted. I think that's probably worth doing just to get the sewer. Just to get the sewer in 200 production. We'll finish that in like 3 turns or something anyway, so that's fine. So we'll get that done. I think that's probably a good thing just to sort our housing out. So yeah, we'll get sanitation next, please. Thank you very much. Capitalism and sanitation going to finish at the same point, which is good. Now, let's take a look at this. So, okay, that's very exciting. So now that is generating tourism. So that says just there, Chateau, visiting tourists 0. Travellers are arriving from afar to your civilization's unique structures, generating +4 tourism. Lifetime accumulation, 0 tourism. Okay, so flight is now working with these things. However, that one says they're travelling from afar, blah, 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 generating +2. That's got a lifetime accumulation of 2 tourism. That one hasn't got any. Now, why is that? Is it going, yeah, okay, there's a chateau here that if it's worked, it could generate tourism, but it's not going to. Let's just push time on another turn, shufty it forward, and let's see if that gathers any tourism, and if that gathers any tourism. This could be our grand experiment. So yeah, hello, yes, right, fun-loving, that's fine. So yeah, I kind of think that that's not working. It's showing that it could generate tourism if the tile is being used, but it's not. So it's kind of going, yeah, well, you know, you could, but nothing's happening with this tile. So it could be generating tourism, but I'm not going to because no. So I think that's what's going to happen. Spain have completed research on steam power. Now, yeah, I haven't got that. I haven't got steam power. So they're a little bit ahead of me there. Sumeria switched governments to theocracy. Really? Sumeria completed development of Reformed Church. They're going back and doing some old civics, are they? Australia mass production. Again, I would have thought with your 115 sites. To be fair, though, that's not that much. 115 sites is not that much. Yes, it's way more than mine. It's not that much. Georgia completed research on metal casting. You live in the Dark Ages. What's going on there? They must have gone down a very particular sort of tree and have left that bit out. But okay, and a harbour's been built as well. Right, we've nicked economics. Thank you very much. That's been boosted. Lovely. Benoit can counter-spy in the theatre square to keep our great works our own. And you might as well. Oh, the money's come down. Oh, but we can steal another tech boost. Military science. Absolutely. Why the heck not? Why wouldn't we? And an envoy. Let's put them back to Lisbon again to get +4 gold in the capital. Do you know what? I might just send one and put the other one in Candy because Lisbon's probably going to go again. So yeah, we'll do that. +4 gold from that being in the capital. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do, we're just going to check this. So that had gathered +2. Now the lifetime accumulation of this one is 4. I'm going to guess that the lifetime accumulation on this one is 0. Oh, and it's got a unit on it. Yes, the thing doesn't like it, does it? The actual thing does not like it very much. The Sea Queen mod. That unit's in the way of my experiment. Sea Queen mod does not like it if you put your mouse over a unit, it seems. And look at this culture victory page at the same time. I can't see what that says. Right, move it forward another turn. And it is as I expected. The lifetime accumulation of that particular chateau outside of our city's workable area is 0 tourism. So it's not actually generating any tourism of any kind whatsoever, which is a shame. So that one now has gone up to 6. So in the 3 turns since we've had flight, that has generated 6 tourism. That has generated nothing. So yeah, they're not going to do anything. Oh, that is a massive shame. That is a massive shame. That would have been beautiful. This whole area over here being full of chateaus would have just been perfect. It would have been so good. But alas, no, it is not to be. Broadway's coming along quite nicely. You've got the pointy building and the little bit in the middle and the cool stuff. So that looks good. So Broadway is looking okay. 11 turns. Bit worried we cannot speed that up anymore. We can't speed that up, I'm afraid. That's just going to be the way it is. But what we're going to do is we'll leave it there for now. We got the Ruhr Valley in. We know that our chateaus outside of our sort of radius are not going to do anything. We are still here. We are working toward a new government, really. So sanitation is on the way. Capitalism to get this shopping mall thing in. And then we are going to get ourselves a new government system. And then we can probably build something in there as well, can't we? We can build something in our government plaza. The 3rd sort of tier building in there will also be completed. But that is all for next time. If you are enjoying this, which I really hope you are still, if you are, please do leave a like, and also please do subscribe if you're not already to keep up to date with how we get on in our challenge. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. This is going to end badly. This is going to end badly, I suspect. Oh my god, it's Pengu. So yeah, I don't know how to do the engine bit. I feel that might be a problem in making a car. I've broken the windscreen. It's ending badly. It's ending very badly indeed. I might crash into a tree. How do I do any of the stuff with this car?